Hello, this help video is coming for a student who had a webmail, asked for help on one of the quiz questions from Unit 2, Lesson 3. So I'm not going to give you the exact same problem, but something similar. It's asking you to graph the number on the number line. Okay, and then we'll do a couple examples. So let's say I had the square root of 15, and it wants me to put it on a number line. Okay, there's a couple ways you can do this one. Square root of 15 is an actual number, right? You can do the square root on your graphing calculator. You might be able to see the square root. It's in yellow above the x squared button. So to get to it, you press this yellow button first, then the x squared button. See, it gives me the square root. Square root of 15, I get 3.87, if I'm rounding, 3.873. Where would that go on the number line? It's a positive number. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 3.87, this would be halfway, would be 3.5. It's going to be a little bit closer to 4, because 3.8, and you put a dot there. That's where you'd find square root of 15. Another way to do it, if you don't want to use the calculator, square root of 15, it's not a perfect square, so we don't get a whole number. So for example, square root of 16, that's a perfect square, because my answer is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Another one is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. Another one is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So if I put those numbers on a number line, right, square root of 9 is smaller than the square root of 15. That's smaller than the square root of 16. That's smaller than the square root of 25. I know the square root of 9 is 3, and I know the square root of 16 is 4. So even if I didn't put square root of 15 in my calculator to figure out exactly what it is, I know it's going to go somewhere in between 3 and 4. So that's another way to know approximately where to put it on the number line. Look for the closest perfect squares. Okay, those perfect squares, when you take the square root, you get a nice whole number, and then place it that location on the number line. Okay. Be careful with your negatives, right? So for example, let's say I have the square root of 6. Okay, I know my closest perfect squares are 4 and 9. Right, square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 9 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. So square root of 6 is going to be in between 2 and 3. But these are all positive numbers. 0, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3 is going to be somewhere here. Okay, or you can use that calculator again. Yellow button, square root right here, 6. I get 2.449, so pretty close to 2.5. Okay. If you want to check your work, if you're thinking, oh, okay, I think it goes between 2 and 3, you could take what you're guessing and then square it. You should get close to what you were looking for. Okay, if you selected the negative, like let's say you were graphing it and you put, oh, I think it's here. That is not the same number as this. Right? Your 0 goes in the middle. Here's your positives, here's your negatives. The further left you go, the smaller that value is. So negative 4 is a smaller value than negative 3 because it's further left. And then to the right, that's where your larger numbers are. So 5 is bigger than 4 because it's further to the right. Okay, so hopefully that helps you give you a couple ways to solve that question when you see it on your quiz.